brings on a lot of people that have to do with marketing and social media and a lot of development that way. And that's wonderful. That's fantastic. You need marketing and websites and all of those things. But I am a pure proponent, a purist about the value of not just building relationships, but actually being proactive about your business and going and knocking on that door. The thing is, and you might relate to this, there's a lot of fears or concerns associated with that. So today I'm going to talk about some techniques, and I'm going to talk about some principles, and I'm going to talk about some opportunities about the whole holistic approach that we have to having coaching, having accountability. And I'm not going to focus on like pitching coaching to you guys. I think you'll get a pretty good idea of what it is that you do. I do want to encourage one big thing though. All of you are here for a reason. You're here to grow, right? You're here to grow, get better. I mentioned on 162nd about, I'm sure everyone here has, actually, let me set the stopwatch. I'm sure everyone here has, or most of you actually, and I will involve group participation today, are most of you actually find that your income is half, if not more, in contribution to your household? With hands? Yeah, definitely. Right? So, so basically what I want to focus on today is a lot of the things I might tell you might already be doing, or you might actually know, but the true question is asking yourself, are you implementing it? Are you implementing it? If you had a little accountability and clarity and focus on what it is you need to do and how to do it successfully and confidently, would that make a difference? So, because everyone's here to grow and make more money and help more people, right? So we're going to talk about having a healthy sales funnel, some ways to do that. I mentioned holistic because this is emotional, technical, and mental, all wrapped up into one, just like any sports coach. So basically, you've opened your own business, Mazel Tov, or you work for someone else and you're not salary-based. So some part of you had the confidence to be able to do that, and you're still doing it for reasons of the definition of insanity, or for the reasons of your passion, or you just don't want to be a nail to someone else's hammer. Whatever it is, you have infinite possibilities. What does that mean? There is no floor. You might find yourself living paycheck to paycheck some days, or your business going like this on a roller coaster month to month, but there's no ceiling either. You have infinite possibilities for how well you can do in your business and how many people whose lives you impact. Where are you? And where do you want to be? And what is it going to take you to get from here to there? So it's interesting. I've been here for, I moved to Israel a year ago, April, and I made Aliyah officially from Israel last August. And I've noticed with all the businesses I've spoken to, whether someone's been doing their job for 30 years or brand new, a lot of people don't have goals. So we're coming to the end of the year. Do you have goals? Do you hit your goals? What are your goals? Personal, professional, financial? Is it to be consistent? Is it to have more clients? Where's the specificity in that? So sure, Corona's hit a lot of us hard, and everyone has been able to adapt, or at least tried to. But through it all, why are some of our clients having some of their best years ever? Maybe it's circumstantial. Maybe your business, you're allowed to work, and people, is just talking arena, people want to remodel their home and diversify and move. So maybe it's circumstantial. But above all, no matter what, what's your greatest asset to your business, guys?
Yourself.
Yourself. Yeah, exactly. Just like anything in life. So focusing on the things you can control versus other things that other people can or can't. And I'm going to challenge you guys on all this today. So as we go through this, I'll just pop this up. So I'm going to speed up. So this is actually, just in case anyone's wondering, how do you do what you do, Malcha? Why does your average client increase their income 25% in 1 year? Because this is what it's all based around. So, and this is the truth of any business, whether you have a coach or not. You want to grow, you want to be a student of your game, you want to improve, you want to make sure that whatever worked for you last year, there's no guarantees it's going to work next year. So honing and improving your skills, overcoming objections, knowing how to get referrals, what to say when someone says, you know, I can't talk right now, because everyone's always busy when they pick up their phone in Israel. How to help when someone says, I'm working with somebody else, I'm looking around. Skill set, right? Your skills, how to approach different personalities, motivation or confidence. I don't know about you guys, but I have times, that's why I pay for a coach too, different times in which we're motivated. And you know what? Your production reflects it. Are you busy focused on working with your current clients and then turn around and you have no business the next month? That's that roller coaster. So consistency, and then systems. In order to be great at what you do, you got to have great systems. So having all that in place, that's like a schedule, and that's like making sure that you're able to have a follow-up system, or making sure potential clients don't fall through the cracks. And in the center of all of that is habits, because you could work on all of these, but if you don't have good habits, nope. So it ties them all together as accountability. It's someone who holds you accountable to doing the things that you know you need to do. And the clients we work with actually are incredibly humble and realizing, I can't do it on my own, and I want to do better, and based on results, I haven't. So that's what we're known for, is elevating sales at Southwestern. But here's the thing. What is your perception on your business? Do you find yourself saying things like, oh, it's really tough right now because of Corona? Oh, I don't have enough people. I'm not good at this. So our perception is everything. When was the last time you took your mind to the washing machine? What is it that you're looking at, and how real is your perception based on the reality? So it's not just on Yom Kippur. As Jews, we know that we're always working to constantly get better, and we're not perfect. So I want to take this opportunity to look at ourselves. What is this country that is Israel? Are we reactive, or are we proactive? I love CEOs, business owners who are like, go, 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 move, move, move. It's like driving a race car super fast, but the thing what's going to happen is you're going to crash into a wall if you're not careful. Driving like a crazy, quick driving teenager behind the wheel. Instead, when we actually find a way to strategically slow down, but I can't, Malcha, I'm so busy. Do you know how busy I am? Great, then you got to find a way to integrate getting better while being busy. Otherwise, we're going to do the same thing over and over. So we're going to take stock. We're going to be honest with ourselves. I want everybody to write down a number, like literally write down a number, 1 to 10, based on proactive to reactive. Just to define these real quickly, a 10 is you put together your schedule on a Saturday evening or a Thursday. You show up to the office, wherever that is, home or otherwise, and you execute. You go to work. You solve a problem. You have your call list ready. You have your schedule put together. A problem comes, you handle it. You don't let it distract you from the rest of your day. You're asking for referrals with everyone you're talking to and introductions. You're protecting time in your calendar to focus on your income producing activities. This is a 10. A 1 is someone who has a pretty good idea of their goals, pretty good idea of how they're going to get there. But when push comes to shove, they're reactive. The day works them. They're putting out fires, they run around like a chicken all over the place with their head cut off. This is a 1, very reactive. Oh, I need to hire an assistant. I couldn't afford one earlier, but now I really need one. And now I'm scrambling to find one. And then I hire someone who doesn't work so well. And well, that didn't work. And so reactive. Rate yourself, please. There is power from being honest with ourselves. So rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Where are you most days? Where are you most days? And then for those of you who do want to make more money, asking yourself, what is not being a 10 most days costing you? Here's a big thing. People who have a healthy sales funnel, they protect time for their income producing activities. IPAs, not a beer, although we've got that too. But your income producing activities. This is a schedule of one of our clients, Jeff Dobine. Some of you guys might seem really overwhelmed with this schedule. Maybe you used to do a schedule, maybe you didn't. But the question is, I had a client say, Malcha, I used to do a schedule. It was really good. It worked really well for me. And I guess it just worked so well, I just stopped doing it. So schedule, don't worry, 80% of your schedule will happen. It's not supposed to be stressful, but it's scheduling time to solve problems. Scheduling time to create boundaries with people so your family, especially working from home, knows, nope, daddy's on the phone making money, reaching out to new prospects, networking with my ESN group and asking for referrals and having those coffees Helena keeps on telling me to have. So putting your schedule together and having an intentional work week. Because here's the thing, I'm going to shift into some technical stuff so you guys can all walk away with some really good things that you can ideally implement. Does everyone here believe in what they do? Raise your hand if you believe in what you do. Okay, great. You probably wouldn't be here, or it'd be really hard to promote what you do if you didn't believe in it, right? Feel very false, very disintegrous. Selling is a service. There's a lot of negative connotations about sales. What's the first word that comes to someone's mind when we say sales? It's always what? It's
Sleazy.
sleazy. I usually hear something like pushy, but yeah, sales is sleazy, sales is pushy. That's a bit of an internal conflict, isn't it? You believe in what you do, but you don't sell. So what does that mean? We sit around and wait for people to put money into our bank account? Okay. I know a lot of people I speak to are very proud, as well you should be, that most of your business comes from people calling you. You should be very, very proud of that. That's awesome. Now, the thing is though, if you have that much business coming to you without even asking, what would happen if you knew how to ask? What would happen if you got some quality introductions? So that's what I'm going to go over today for your technical component after we took like an honest look just now about how we're running our business and running our day. Referrals. So if you guys believe in what you're doing, you believe in giving unconditional service. And by the way, that is sales. Selling is a service. Closing someone on a yes or a no instead of floating in limbo and saying, get back to me in 6 months, even though you know they really need what you have, that's not a service. That's actually just being very passive, and it's a contradiction between believing in what we do and wanting to not be pushy. When we have the right skill set, we're not pushy. We allow people to buy and we bring them to a yes or no decision. No's are okay too. It's just the maybes that stink. And we get maybes in all ways, including referrals. So actually when Helena goes around and asks for us members to, obviously promote what we're engaged in here with ESN, she says, what have you been getting? And I always make it a point to share what I get. I've gotten probably about 20 referrals, at least, from ESN. And those aren't just referrals from people in the group, but referrals from the people that they refer me to that are giving me more referrals. Have I worked with all those people? No. Do they sometimes tell me no? Sure. Am I okay with that? Of course, because I can control the actions and the activities that I take in growing my business. I've had 3 new clients from ESN alone. And then because some people referred me to other people, I got another 3 or 4 clients from that. Networking works when you work it. And so does asking for referrals. As long as we can get over ourselves and have the right skills and techniques to ask the right questions to get referrals and introductions when we ask. So let's say you ask a current client who did amazing work for. They're so proud and impressed. You help them work out their body because, Yossi has got them working on that ball, or maybe Leora, you've got this really awesome magazine you put together and they're just beyond excited. And Karen just did a stellar website in a really fast time with her 1-day workshops. And you're really excited for your clients to go on to it. So anyway, the point is you have someone who loves what you do. And then you actually say, "Ooh, okay, I'm going to ask for a referral. I'm going to ask for a recommendation," but they give us an objection anyway. Why is that? Well, first of all, think about how you feel when you've gotten a referral before. Anyone ever had some person call them and be really pushy and you wish your friend hadn't introduced you to them? Anybody ever have that? Yeah. So we have a negative connotation about that completely. The hard part is that gets us in our own way from actually taking action. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Because what is your mindset? What's your mindset about asking for referrals? Is it, I do a really good thing and I do it better than other people in my industry and my competitors, and therefore I deserve to ask for a referral and they can tell me no? Do you have the habit of actually asking people? Or you just wait until the time seems right? What's your process? You all have a process for everything you do with your business, right? In your industry, you have a process for organizing the photographs that you put together for social media for someone. You have a process for how you're going to build the architecture design that somebody wants. You have a process for putting together, I'm sure Helena has a process for finding people on LinkedIn to actually invite them over to meetings. We have a process for everything, except for how to consistently grow our business, right? Or most people don't. Even actually people who say, Malcha, I want to actually ask for referrals, I just don't know how to. So what is your process? And if you don't have a process, it makes sense why all these fears and uncertainties are showing up. How more confident do we feel with the process? Unless instead what we're really afraid of is being rejected. Anybody noticing all these contradictions? I really believe in what I do, but I don't want to ask for a recommendation. But I really want to make a lot of money because, I want to take my wife on this amazing trip for our anniversary. but I'm just going to wait for people to call me and hopefully they'll do business with me and I'll get lucky. Ooh, what are you doing to empower yourself and your business as a business owner? So here's the thing. I really want to talk about this. I promise I'll get to the technique for you guys who like, give me the details, give me the implementation, give me the how, Malcha. But mindset is really important. You know, I hope I do really well. I hope I hit my goals. Here's the thing. If we're afraid of being rejected and not asking for a referral because someone will tell me no because they're afraid that you're going to be that annoying person that's called you one day and you don't like your friend anymore because of it, all we're doing is we're putting a stressor on the few people that are in front of us. I truly believe, actually, if I could blank the screen for a minute, I'm going to get on a soapbox. I truly believe that salespeople and business owners and professionals create the stereotype that they're actually called being pushy or sleazy. Why? Because if we're not working the numbers, if we're not reaching out to enough people, if we don't have enough people in our sales pipeline, if we don't put effort into building our pipeline, what type of pressure do we put on those few people who happen to call us to get business from them? It's our responsibility to know how to grow our pipeline. So I'll step off my soapbox. I didn't mean this to sound like a lecture. I'm just incredibly passionate about this, that it doesn't have to be as hard as you think it might need to be sometimes to grow your business, sustain your business, have your best year ever back to back to back. It's completely possible and still not be stressed in the process because you have good work-life balance. So getting over ourselves and our fear of rejection, there's a couple lies that in order to actually get referrals and ask for them effectively, we got to get over. We need to get over these lies. They hold us back. This is why we don't ask for business. And so therefore, we can replace them simply with this. These are some great things to say to ourselves before we actually pick up the phone to call and get recommendations and introductions. That's scheduled on your calendar, right? If it's all about me, I'll never be free. I'm focusing on impact. I'm fearless. I'm here to serve. I believe in what I do. No matter what, I'm going to leave this person in a really good mood. And I'm willing to take a stand for them too. So, how many referrals did you guys get last week? Show of hands. Come on, let's be honest. Big old goose egg. 1, 3, 5. Let's see. Okay. A lot of, I don't know. I see a lot of these. That means you guys are okay with 0. Is that what I'm getting at? No, okay. So 0. All right, cool. It's an opportunity to improve and grow. Awesome. So how many referrals did you collect last week? Not too many. Here's the main reasons why people don't get referrals. If we ask for referrals, let's say you actually decide to ask, like this meeting hits you over the head and you're like, okay, I know, like my favorite clients came from a referral and it was so easy and such a great appointment and I love them. Why do we actually, let's say you actually ask, but we get objections. What do people say? Well, they procrastinate in many forms. I can't talk right now, or well, let me talk to them first, or don't use my name. You can tell them I called, but just don't use my name. Or one of my favorites is, I just don't know anybody. I don't know anybody, so I can't think of anybody to tell you. Coming from responsibility, coming from ownership as business owners, how are we asking, right? People always respond to what we're putting down. As I had a friend say, I'm smelling what you're stepping in, right? So basically the thing is we need to work on our skill set of how to actually ask. So there's many, many ways to ask for referrals. This is one that we work on in coaching. It's called the cell phone referral technique. For those of you who have been in business for a while, the good old Rolodex, it's becoming electronic. So here's the thing. If you're meeting with someone, you're going to get their phone number, right? By the end of the meeting, whether it works out or not. You're going to give them your business card. I hope you're exchanging referrals. I know when I connect with someone on ESN, because Helena prefers to just give emails, which I understand, I always make it a point to get someone's phone number for like more human connection. And so phones, we're on them all the time. We use them a lot. And this is a cell phone referral technique. It's pretty fun. And don't worry, remember this will be posted. And so don't worry about jotting all this down. But here's kind of a basic script, because in coaching, what we're going to do is we have scripted templates and then you get to role play with your coach. So you don't have to practice in front of your prospects. And we can all practice here. If we had more time, actually, I was going to encourage that we like do breakout rooms and actually practice this with each other, because practice makes better. But basically, this is kind of what it is. You're going to give someone your phone number. Hey, here's my number. I know this didn't work out today. It's totally cool. I hope you find the type of person you're looking for to suit your needs. But here's my number. In case anything comes up, just feel free to reach out to me. I'm great at it and I love what I do. Hey, while you've got your phone out, I'm really curious. Who do you know that would appreciate a conversation like this? We had a pretty good talk, right? Yeah, even though we're not working together. Who do you know who? Now, this is the thing that if I'm going to give you guys one big important thing to remember, being clear on how you ask for a referral. I heard someone say something like, what did someone say at a 60-second this morning? When we say things about someone like, who do you know who like is struggling in their business right now? Or who do you know who needs to get some web design work done? Do people have conversations like that with their friends? Hey, how's it going? How are the kids? What's your Segger like? So do you need web development business done on your business right now? People don't talk to their friends about that. Are you feeling really fat and lazy right now? I should introduce you to my friend. Right? People don't have those conversations with their friends. I tell my real estate clients all the time, who do you know who's buying or selling a home? Nobody tells their friends if they're buying or selling a home. If they do, they already have a realtor because they're in the process of signing the paperwork because they already found a home. You're too late. So you've got to be really clear on what you're asking for and how you ask. So think about the basic benefit that you offer. It's why people buy anyway. They buy your benefit. They don't buy your features. They buy how you will make them feel because their body looks better. Their website is cleaner. They love their home. So who do you know who, I like to ask people, who do you know who is a Roche Gadol? Like, who do you know who's like that friend of yours who's always telling you something cool and new that they learned? Who do you know who has a business? Who do you know who has a team? Those are basic things people would know about their friends. And then what you're going to do is you're actually going to stop talking. Hard for all of us sometimes when we're promoting what we do. And you're going to use memory joggers and triggers. Things like, if you ask someone, who do they know in the big old wide world of everything they know, they're probably going to say, I can't think of anybody right now. Oop, that's on us. So we want to funnel it down. Who do you know who your kids go to school with? Who do you know who you see in synagogue? Who do you know who, oh, you're involved in like a softball team? Who do you know on your softball team who, however you introduce what you're doing? Do you know anybody? Ends the conversation right there. And then golden nuggets, that basically means that you're going to get some information about the person you're calling on. What do you like about them is my favorite question. Because then when I call up Yoni, then it's going to be like, hey, I heard some really great things about you from Yossi. He told me that you're really dedicated and passionate about what you do. And Yoni's going to be like, yeah, I don't know, who are you? But I like you already. So an authentic compliment goes far. Like, oh yeah, Yossi, I guess he didn't give you a heads up. Okay, great. Well, anyway, he thought we should connect. I don't know if we'd be a fit to work together or not, but I just want to call and introduce myself, what I do. Yossi had an idea we might be a good connection, possibly. So you do want to ideally have people give your friends a heads up. Otherwise, you're calling on a warm, coldish lead. Sorry, we're a little bit over time. So anyway, I'm going to speed up on this. This will be there. Here's an actual script for those of you guys who want to know exactly how to say things. Don't worry, Helen will post it. It'll be on the screen. You can pause it and watch it. Here's a couple of final points I want to wrap up with. Wow, I really got through like half of my slides. It's all about the implementation, guys. I know I probably gave you a lot of stuff that you'd either been thinking about doing, know you should be doing, have done before. But as I tell anybody and everybody, I don't care what you say that you want to do, it's what you actually do, right? Those of you with kids, I'm sure say that all the time. The same thing with your business. So it can get lonely on top. It's okay. We're all, want to be held accountable. But at the same, maybe not. Who got excited this morning and said, I can't wait to be held accountable today? No, not a lot of people, I'm sure, but but just about keeping perspective. I don't have time for this, sorry. Keeping perspective and being clear on what we're doing. For those of you guys who are Hebrew so, this is a quote that I really love. is yesterday affected today, and today will determine tomorrow. So with that in mind, I'm going to help prep for your tomorrow, and I'm going to send anybody who wants to take action on this. This is a free, just like 7 email series. It's usually worth like $150. Just go ahead and send an email to that address, and you won't get any additional mail besides these 7 videos. So go ahead, put that in. And if you're ever curious, obviously, about actually implementing the things that you learn more than you're already doing, we can have a one-on-one. I've had a one-on-one with a lot of people in ESN. Some have become clients, some haven't, but either way, it's definitely valuable if you're actively wanting to actually get to your next level. But no matter what, just remember, guys, everyone can ask for referrals. It's very simple. It can be very fun. You just got to form the habit and get uncomfortable and do it. And the more you do it, the better it's going to feel. And the more habits, the more practice, the more confident you're going to be. So just do it. Just ask. Because what's the worst they can tell you? No? Thanks, guys. Have a good rest of your day. Whoops, that's something else.
Can we ask questions quickly? Do we have time?
Firstly, a huge round of applause for Malcha. That was absolutely fantastic. Really great. There are absolutely time for questions. I might limit it a little bit, but let's start. So let's start with Josh. And then if you have a question, just raise your hand and I will know to call on you. But Josh, take it away.
Well, actually I had 2 questions, but I'll just stick with one. So about scheduling. So this has happened to me in the past where I've sat down and I've taken the time to create a month or 2 month long schedule, and it's great for about a week or 2, and then it falls apart. So what's your recommendation to really like make sure you're really sticking to your schedule and it's just not something that's buzzing on your cell phone that you feel bad about?
So buzzing on the cell phone, yes. First of all, even though it's really old school, sometimes I suggest that people actually print off their schedule or have a tangible schedule. In terms of a month or 2 months ahead, I respect that proactivity issue, and I know that's why we're talking tomorrow, because you're a proactive kind of business owner, but really that's too far in advance, because you're right, things change. A weekly schedule really is ideal. And if you're not setting up your week thinking what your focus is, even just for 10 or 15 minutes, maybe get your head in the right place after Shabbos and the kids and whatever, it's going to be a reaction. So the purpose of the schedule basically is, yes, how to do it. It's different with different clients. I do mine in 30-minute chunks. Also, what's good is to lay it out, is because you got to give yourself breaks. I'm also guilty of that too. And I've been working with my coach about adding buffers in between things. So you're not constantly running late in between things. Don't feel like you're just working all the time, and can have fun with it. So schedule, the simplest, quickest takeaway I can tell you is do it weekly. Get your head and your schedule in the right place. Second point, realize that you're not going to follow it 100% of the time, like 80% of the time. It's a good way to set up an intentional week. And third point, to task batch. So do things together in chunks, basically.
Awesome. Does anyone have any other questions? No? Oh, Shirin. Oh, no. Okay. Well, that was easy. Oh, Leora, sure.
I just want to say that it was amazing, and Malcha, you're incredible. I just love hearing you speak, because I think that you've got an amazing way of telling difficult things that we don't want to hear in a fun way. So I learned a lot, and thank you very, very much.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. I think that was absolutely fantastic. So thank you so much, Malcha, again. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put you into breakout rooms for the second time. And again, there will be a third opportunity. So if you're not with the person, don't worry, you will be. And it's now 11:15, so I'll bring you out at about 11:25. Oh, someone's alone. Hold on. Oh, what happened there? Okay, hold on. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay.